I don't have to say. I'm guessing it's Sandra because you have a name tag.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Come on in. We're just going to go into the meeting room here. And Steve's not here, so I've asked Camille to sit in with us.
Okay.
Steve's,
6 of one, half dozen of another.
well, he's our director, so, but he's actually just ill.
Oh,
He's
okay.
ill, so he's not at work today. So I've asked
Fair.
him to come in. Okay, come on in. Renee, this is Camille.
Hey, what's up?
Renee.
I mean, I'm okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So, Renee, do you want to sit there and Camille?
Sure.
Or wherever, he doesn't matter.
Sweet fish.
Yeah, that was actually, there's quite a story on that one. In Oak Bay, they have something called an Arts Alive sculpture. What's the proper name for a sculpture walk? And so every year artists put in their proposals, and then they get chose by a committee, and then they get placed throughout Oak Bay. And then every year council has an opportunity to purchase one. So that one had been installed, I'm not sure what year, maybe pre-COVID, and then, or maybe not, maybe a little bit later, and then that one was vandalized, and it was disrupted, its life was disrupted. And that was on Bowker Creek, and then it was found down at Willows Beach.
Oh, really?
And it got returned to us from the high school.
But it's really heavy, so I don't know how they carry it.
Incredibly heavy, but the little baby is gone, like the baby
Oh.
fish was gone. So the whole thing needs to be shipped over to Salt Spring to get refabricated. Like it's just this
That's where the artist lives.
ongoing thing, and so
That's
that's
what's
why it's
happening at
sitting
the
right there.
Esquimalt Lagoon, like the driftwood art and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
People are
absolutely.
vandalizing that
Yeah, it's
stuff,
crazy.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that art.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, and I think she did one of the sculptures, maybe in Esquimalt. She did the den of foxes.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure if it was her. I think it might have been the same artist, and she did it over in what's the little village over there? Estevan.
Cool.
It's up in a tree.
Sandra's all in the know. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit. I'm not the arts and culture programmer. She's in the know, but I did go on the tour last year. It was really quite cool. But this one, we can't get it reconstructed yet because we don't know how much it will cost. Right?
Fair.
But what a great
It might be a
icebreaker.
couple
Yeah, meet our fish.
True.
So Renee, thank you for coming in to meet with us.
I mean, thanks for putting up with me.
You're welcome. And I just explained to Renee very quickly that Steve Meikle, our director, is ill today and away from work. So thankfully Camille has sat in. Camille's the manager of administration and reception.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then I'm manager of recreation. So we just wanted to chat with you
Let's do it.
about, and I just wanted to go back, like you did phone me, I think it was December 4th, and you just initiated the conversation and just said, I think, I understand I'll probably need to meet with you. And I said, yes, we do. And then we decided on one date, then that got postponed to here, and just asked you not to use the facilities in the meantime, and to my knowledge, you haven't. So I just wanted to say thank you for honoring that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then today we just kind of wanted to talk about a little bit about what happened without kind of delving into all the details. But what do we do from here? Do you need any support? What are our kind of rules or code of conduct? What do you need to be successful here? And see, is there a path where we can move forward on that? And also kind of what is your interest? Is this where you're wanting to be and work out here? So yeah, does that sound like a reasonable,
I'm looking for a safe
Approach.
place.
a safe place? Okay.
And right now my best pal is this thing, as you can see with my uncomfortable face. I wear it quite often. And
Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
my respirator,
A respirator.
and my face looks pretty sore
Yeah.
because I wear a lot.
Okay.
And I'm being treated like a bug or a pest.
Okay.
And how do you treat a bug if they're in your home? You call it, like a pest control person.
Yeah.
So I'm having experiences because I've been living in my car for 8 years. I mean,
Okay.
I might put up like a good front where I might not look homeless, but yeah, like trying to get out of debt and stuff like this. And I'm having people complain. And I worked at Coca-Cola Victoria last year, and everything was fine and dandy. This number one senior driver was my age, and born in '86. We got along. He was impressed with my driving skills. I have almost 20 years of Class 1. I have a 2015 Jeremy Crane operating ticket, and all of a sudden in 1 month I got 10 complaints about me being not nice. Right, I got a job at so I was wrongfully terminated. They had to pay me out. And then 6 months ago, I was hired at Purolator. My hiring manager offered me a Class 1 position because they didn't have enough, and I was offered this, and that. But it turns out that Teamsters Union is the same as Coca-Cola, and there's a lot of like gang activity. I don't speak enough. I'm sorry.
That's right.
So me being, I was on like the night shift at Purolator. Like 75% of the people were like either like drunk or late, or it's kind of like the walk of life there. It's hard to find people, but like it pays pretty decent. And I like water, sauna, pretty healthy person. Like I don't take any supplements or any drugs. I don't drink ever. I had one beer last year at Christmas time. Like that's kind of guy I am. So like sauna is like really important to me. So sorry. So because I have ADHD, so like I find like sauna and diet has like changed my life. And I lost 125 pounds like 10 years ago, and I've been trying to like keep it off. I have all the stretch marks and balloons to prove it. And like I'm trying to be on like the good track and not be stuck in a truck all the time, and trying to like be on my feet more, this and that. So I don't know like what it is, but the one complaint which started me being wrongfully terminated at Purolator, which hasn't been resolved yet, is someone brought me into the HR meeting and said that I rubbed them the wrong way. And I don't know what that means, but on the 11th HR meeting, which they had to pay me out for administrative leave, and this is kind of a long story, but if you don't know me, this is kind of like my shitty life. And they had to pay me out on administrative leave for them to figure it out. And number 11 meeting where I had the union rep like harass me, bully me like on, and I had the manager said like, Renee, you didn't do anything wrong, this and that. Have it all on like video, any conversations, this and that. And they wrongfully terminated me. They asked me to delete all my evidence off of Twitter and all of my documentation. And then on the 12th HR meeting, they just terminated me. So now I haven't had a job. I'm having people complain and saying that I'm not nice, and I'm being treated like a pest. And I'm trying to move forward, and you know, like every other day I'm just crying in the backseat of my car, right? So, like, your email, like one of the things that actually like made me sad was I wasn't allowed just to come here. It's like you also said Oak Bay culture, and I'm like, ugh, I'm like brutal. I'm like, that's so lovely to hear, because I'm struggling building relationships or anything like that, and yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, hi, I'm Renee.
Hi, Renee. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's a lot to share. I appreciate that. We had.
Sorry, but so like to go back here, I had some problems with dealing with breathing in nauseous chemicals, and I reported it to one of your lifeguards on one day, and they smelled cologne, and I'm like, they're not supposed to smell cologne in the change room, and I have it documented that he admitted that, and I guess they wrote like a report about that. And then I had another experience in like the change room, and I came out and reported it and documented it, and I don't think I did anything wrong other than like me bringing up to like the attention of like the staff saying, hey, I smelled nauseous chemicals, I shouldn't have. They made a report, and then all of a sudden I just called to make sure like, hey, am I allowed back here? Haven't heard anything back, and then it's like, here we are now.
Okay. Well, would it be okay if I tell you kind of what was reported?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So there's 2 times that we've had like an incident reported where you were involved. So I'll just go over that. And again, it's what was reported to me. So I'm not a police detective. I wasn't there, so it is a one-sided report. So just keep that in mind. So the first one was with an older patron in the male change room. And you may have thought that he had spat on you in the shower, and were upset as a result, and you followed him and talked to him, and he felt threatened and really uncomfortable with that. According to that patron, it was an accidental splashing, like he was in the shower and you were trying to fill up a water bottle, a 2-liter water bottle, and his view was he didn't spit on you. He thinks maybe you're accidentally splashed and maybe misinterpreted that. So that was the first time where we had another patron who felt threatened or felt unsafe with you. Do you want me to go on to the next one?
I mean,
Is
I
that
can.
okay? Or do you want to speak to that?
Do you want to fill in the blanks?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
he was flustered. He's like a regular,
Okay.
and I think we're cool now because later on I eventually talked to him. So he was concerned that he didn't like my outside flip flops in the shower. He brought that to my attention, and I'm like, okay, bro. And he was a little bit spicy, and I'm trying to fill up my water bottle, and he tried to spit in my water bottle like really subtly, in like a really spicy way. Like he wasn't aggressive. It was more like he was just spicy. And I feel like when I wanted to like talk to him and he then sat down because I wanted his license plate, and he knew that, so he didn't make it. He didn't go to the parking lot. He just sat down, and I can just tell. I just felt like this person has like maybe been in trouble, like in school and stuff like that. He's just used to like being spicy. So there was that confrontation. I didn't mean to be. I didn't have any intention to make him feel uncomfortable. That being said, many days later, I then saw him in the hot tub, and I explained, as I did to you guys, my shitty life. And he kind of listened. I'm like, hey, bro. I'm like, are we good? And he just kind of kept to himself, but he listened and stuff like that. And I think maybe for the future we might be good. Hopefully, because he's like a regular, like he knows everyone. And if I want to like join the sauna, I mean, I don't want to like ruffle any feathers, and I know I'm new.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
that's really all I have to say about it.
So, again, we weren't there. We don't know if he spat or if he didn't spit. Two different stories there, right? One saying he did, one saying no, I didn't. So it's difficult for us to kind of negotiate that. Impossible, to be honest. In terms of kind of your comment about the license plate, so if you were waiting to get his license plate, that would be perceived, if that was someone interacting with me and I thought they were doing that or I knew they were doing, that would be quite intimidating for me. And I think he picked up on that, and so you're probably right, he was scared. He was actually scared. So
Okay.
you're a big guy. Maybe you're not as big as you used to be, but you're
Aw.
still a big guy, right? You're a tall guy. You've got, a strong presence. So he's an older man. So maybe there was a bit of a power imbalance happening there too. So I do think he was fearful.
My whole life I've had people say that to me, and I've had that thrown over my head. And I'm nothing but a calm, soft-spoken gentleman. And anyways.
Just so you know that the way other people might perceive me might be a little bit different
I
from,
know.
like I'm a small female, I see things probably, Camille and I are both smaller females, we probably see things different than other people do, right, that are bigger and taller and have, right, so just so you know, I'm not saying that your opinion's wrong or his opinion's wrong, but you can't really, people's perceptions are different, right?
I again, just to like reiterate, is I've seen him now in the past, right? And I've tried to make things better, and hopefully there's never any issue. I'm not sure if you talked to him
No.
before, but I mean, I can 99.9% sure that there won't be a problem ever again with that gentleman, and everything will be kosher.
Yeah.
I think we just got off to like the wrong foot.
Okay, and in situations like this, if it was to happen again with him or someone else, what I consistently say to people is it's best to walk away or to tell our staff, and then they can intervene and follow up. When patrons take it on to try to resolve some of these difficult situations or heated situations, it doesn't usually go well. So that's what I would ask you to do in the future, is not to take it on and try to resolve it. And even with this fellow, I would encourage you to give him space. If he comes and he wants to talk with you, that's something, but I wouldn't instigate it.
It seems like he wants actually space. When I talked to him in like the
Okay.
hot tub, it seemed like he just kind of wanted to just do his own thing. So I respect that.
Okay.
I'm
I
sorry.
think it's great that you feel comfortable coming to staff to report things that are happening. Like, I think that's really important. But then letting the staff take it from there, right?
Okay, I'm trying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it's great because a lot of people don't report things either. So it's important for us to get all sides of a story, and you know, if you're having a hard time, come to us and we'll try to help.
I'm trying to. Like, I have to report everything. I so back onto my shitty life. Last month I got a letter in the mail saying that I've too many people complaining, and that I now, within 30 days, I now can't drive in the province. With all my experience, and I have to now get mentally assessed. So now I live in my car. So how's that work? So I had to go to Alberta, get my license transferred over now. So now I have an Alberta license. But now I can't work as my trade in the province. So it's almost like the police are just like, okay, it's just one guy, we just gotta like push him away. And I think it's just purely in the union fighting, because they gave me like an opportunity for class 1, and now they're trying to say like, well, Renee's not classified to drive. So like my life, I'm like fighting for my life right now. So I kind of have to document everything. So just another tidbit.
Yeah, but I'm happy that you're sharing that, because that gives me really good insight into why you maybe are sometimes recording on your phone, so that your side of the story is documented.
Because
Is that fair to say?
yeah, because again, I had a field sobriety test. I was yanked out of my car a couple months ago by police. Too many complaints. I passed. It was 30 minutes. It was cold. I was shivering. They like woke me up and stuff, but people complained. Again, I passed. Since then, I've been arrested 3 times by 3 different agencies, yanked out of my car, let go though, only because I was filming, because people were lying. I won't get into like more of the stories about like what they lied about,
Yeah.
but it's only because I'm documenting and filming everything that, you know, I don't know, things might turn up this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just got an email today that it's taken like 6 weeks to get like a referral. So now I have to be assessed to then try to get my driver's license back to like BC. So anyways, yeah, stressed.
Yeah. But thank you. That does give us like a better understanding why sometimes you might be filming, because filming can make people feel uncomfortable. And I think it's important to note that in a change room environment, we're actually not allowed to film people.
I do audio recording.
Audio recording, no video.
So I'll like have my phone in my backpack with audio recording. So that way, like, which has already happened here, right? Like I've already had like some odd things, but it doesn't matter here. But if this comes down to like anything against like my like mental health or this and that, I can be like, whoa, I have 2 hours of audio recording about people saying this and this about organized crime and about what do you call that the Mason group and stuff. People are talking about like Mason's group and that if I want to like fit in, I need to pay $10,000 to fit in and this and that. It goes to charity, and so there's stuff about like Christian things and stuff, right? Because I'm an outcast. People are, I don't know, I don't fit in for some reason. So and people want to like make you like join a group. So if it wasn't for me like audio recording things, then I'd be up shit creek without a paddle. People just lie to me, right? Because I'm by myself, and people are in a group, right? I'm not a sports guy. I'm just so. Anyways.
So, yeah, again, like you said, thank you for sharing that.
Thank
It
you so
provides
much.
us a little bit of insight into that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go over the second situation
Let's
or
do it.
incident. Okay?
Let's do it.
Alright. So the second situation, what was reported to me is that you had an interaction with the dad with young children in the male change room. They were changing after a lesson. and you were talking with another patron, and then came out shirtless and yelling at the dad, saying you had recorded everything and saying that you could go at it, like fight him. So that dad was quite concerned because he didn't feel that there was interaction with you, and then this kind of happened and he didn't understand why that happened. Do you recall that one?
Yeah, so
Okay.
so there was no interaction with him, and I was putting on my shirt while leaving the change room to report it to the front desk, and I mean there's no yelling and there's no fighting because I'm not a fighter, you know. So, but I just reported about smelling noxious chemicals, and then I was attacked. So, him being a dad has nothing to do with that situation,
Okay.
but it was the second or third time where I felt attacked, and the whole dad thing might be used as that group attacking me to have me banned from here, but I didn't do anything out of the like normal. There was no conflict with him, there was no aggressiveness, there was me being attacked, me being concerned, me being fed up about not fitting in, and there's a nose wipe from Sandra, and second nose wipe.
Sorry, it's itchy. I've got a nose itch.
So
Sorry about that.
So I then reported it to the front desk, and that gentleman was standing. He seemed surprised, and the people in behind the glass were like, okay, this guy's bringing something to our attention, and I did, and I feel I had no conflict with that man.
Did you, when you came out, that his perception and staff was that you came out of the change room and were yelling, but you don't feel that happened?
I'm not a yeller.
Okay.
And I came out in like a panic,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
But I had my backpack, putting on a shirt,
Okay.
put it down on the ground, putting on a shirt, as I was describing, because the staff in behind the glass was paying attention to me. Okay, who's this person? So I already had their attention. So maybe it's because from here to that where that like cupboard is I'm trying to like iterate on me being not feeling comfortable, me being the victim, and me reporting it. So I'm not sure if that and my deep voice and my stature and all this jazz that I guess is against me is them describing to their benefit. But I mean, what did I really do? I stopped and came and reported it, and I feel like I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
About the noxious chemical,
Yes.
and is it an odor, or what was that about? Because I'm not understanding that part of it. I don't think I've seen anything on that, so maybe I haven't seen that incident report.
It's the reason why I wear a mask.
Okay.
It'll like give me a headache, and if people don't want me attending this facility to better my health, or for me to become a police officer, and to run the PAIR test, I'm not sure what it's called, PAIR test here, if you have to like run like a 4-minute 20-second,
Yeah, the
Right.
POPAT
the POPAT,
pair test, yeah,
Thank you.
got it.
you know. And so if I'm not supposed to be healthy, and if the Hells Angels, i.e. my family, my mom and my dad, who I've been running across from 4 provinces and haven't told them where I am, and they're working with corrupt police officers from my hometown, and I'm fighting for my life, and I'm looking for a safe space, and they won't stop attacking me, and I'm trying to prove it. So, you know, if people don't want me to like be a police officer, you know, like what's the best thing that you can do, right? That's what people are doing to me. So spraying whatever is being sprayed that will make my face tingle in behind the mask, or make me maybe it's too much information of what comes out of my nose and the back of my throat is not normal. So
So when you say that you were attacked, did he spray some cologne and it was near you.
I don't have that evidence
Gotcha.
because
You could just smell something.
I can't search anybody, right?
Yeah.
I just know from enough experience of it happening. I also rented a $10,000 machine, the Fluke 985, which is the Mac Daddy of air quality. And if you want to run indoor air quality tests, I rented it last month. It cost me like $1,500. I'm also wearing a heart rate monitor, as you can see. So with the mask, heart rate monitor, and me renting a $10,000 Fluke machine, the best air quality machine, portable machine that money can buy, I've proven this nauseous smell. So you don't have to believe me, but I have evidence online. So when I talk to a psychiatrist or a therapist, blah blah blah, I'm not allowed to drive in BC, right? I'm gonna be like, hey, I've done all this, this, and this, and I have literally proven me being attacked with nauseous chemicals. So what's the best way for the police to just not deal with this? Because I'm the problem, obviously, right? I'm the one being complained about, right? Is just to have me banned from the rec center. And I'm poor, right? It only costs me $1 a day to come here, or $2 a day to come here, right? And I want to be in the sauna. It's good for my health, this and that. So this is me being an outcast, of me not fitting in and people complaining.
How do you feel about being in the sauna? Like the air in the sauna, that's pretty thick in there.
I mean, I feel like if I keep on complaining, I feel like you guys are going to be like, it's just best for you not to come here. And then where am I going to go from here on out?
I'm just trying to I'm just trying my best to understand, because
But-
there are things like
This is what I'm going to do.
in the sauna. That's a hard go.
But I already bought, I have a third one coming with new
Yeah.
filters, and these new filters,
Okay.
the D8003,
Yeah.
seem to be working and improving my health.
Okay.
So I have a third one in the mail now, and I'm just gonna work, because I'm just trying to make them clean,
Yeah.
and like smelling is an issue. I don't want to be like that embarrassing guy that might try to put up a nice front that I'm not homeless. So I'm gonna make sure that they're constantly cleaned, and I'm just gonna wear in the sauna so that way I can just, if I smell something, just walk away and not complain. And I can't control what people are doing. I can't control what people are gonna do, so I can just walk away.
Yeah.
I have my mask, and I can go back. I can leave, come back another day. I can keep on talking. I find the last little while, as much as I've been so depressed and just wanting to hide from the world, is me talking to people and telling them my story. It might make a little bit more sense, maybe. So I'm just gonna keep on doing that, like I did with the gentleman for the first story. Later on, I saw him. I try to talk about my story, and maybe people will be like, "Oh, okay." You know, that's all I can do, right?
Yeah.
It's just so I just
Those are great strategies.
yeah, and I mean I just keep my mouth shut and mask, and I mean just that's all I got.
No, I was gonna say another good solution, if like being around people who, like in the change room, obviously people sometimes are spraying cologne. Say.
Sure.
We do have another change room called the universal change room that's less frequently used, and you would have individual stalls. So you could shower and no one, would be that close as an option.
It's a family changer.
Now, it's called the universal, and then so when you're in there, there's I think 3 individual families often use it, but there's 3 individual stalls and then a larger one that's more accessible. And it's just to
So
the
like
right.
a low changing table
Yeah.
and things like that for people that might be in
For people that just want more
wheelchairs or-
privacy, like
Yeah.
not saying you have to use that change room, but it's
How
an
many-
option.
How many people go to jail?
Go to jail. I'm not
We
sure.
we possibly don't have an idea, right, of how people go to jail or prison, how many years,
Yeah.
this and that. How many gangs are in town, are in every province?
Probably more than
There's
we
quite a
know.
lot.
Yeah.
Right? So jailhouse mentality, what's the worst thing that you can say about a male? Call him a goof. Call him a pedophile.
Yeah.
Strong word, right?
Mhm.
Pedophile.
Mhm.
So my father being a really bad person, so that's another thing of what I'm trying to deal with is people slandering my name, making an outcast. And I have a video 3 days ago on me waking up at 4 in the morning with my heart rate spiked to a gentleman who I believe is spraying nauseous chemicals at me, who then I approach really nicely, and he's then calling me a goof, and I have it on video. So he already knows who I am, and he doesn't like, or he obviously does, because he's calling me a goof. So it's like, do I use a family change room? Because then I'm going to get more complaints on people labeling me something that I'm not. So
Well-
this is the struggle of my crappy
Yeah.
life about people saying anything they want to just ruin my life.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's already on a pretty good track of that.
Just to clarify, because it used to be called our family change room, but we've changed it to be our universal accessible change room. So people who don't identify as a male or female, it's sort of an open, anyone can go, any gender can use that change room. People with accessibility issues prefer that change room because it has like the lift and things in it. So it's not just for families. So I don't want you to think that. And then some adults just prefer it. Like I prefer to use it because I work here, so it's like another layer of privacy. So no one would, I think, balk if there was an individual.
But you're really sweet and nice, and no one's attacking you. But what I've been doing is when I go into the male change room, is as soon as I walk in, there's two separate like closed off areas,
Okay.
and I immediately go in the first one or like the second one.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that since I've gotten here. So I've already been kind of like keeping my distance. So
Sure.
I feel like the best thing for me to do is just to be in and out, mask up, and then just try to be super friendly and open to people, and just try to like maybe they can hear my story a little bit at a time. And I mean, I don't know, maybe things will get better. I don't know what to say. I know I've dropped some pretty heavy shit, but I mean that's just my life right now.
Yeah.
She's like, sounds like, oh fuck.
Well, yeah, you've got,
Sorry.
you've got an interesting life. And it
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
it's been sad as well.
Yeah,
so,
it's pretty sad for me.
yeah, I'm sorry to hear
It's not
that.
your fault, man.
Yeah, I know. But the only thing I would suggest is some of the people that come here, they may not want to hear your story. They may not be able to hear it for whatever's going on in their own life.
People have their own problems.
Well, or they may not be interested. Some people aren't very empathetic
True.
as well, or they may have their own problems or whatever. So that's the only thing I'd kind of caution you about is be careful what you share and what you open up to, because not everybody is going to be open to hearing.
Fair.
So just kind of,
I've said way too much. I'm sorry.
not to me and to Camille, but I'm just thinking if you're in the change room or if you're in the hot tub or you want to talk to people, just keep that in mind, because if you pick up on their body language that they might not be interested, then all right.
Yeah, because
You know,
people are here to
just-
relax, right?
Yeah, they just need to, if people are asking you questions, then they're engaged and they're interested. If they're not really engaging, then you might just want to chill.
I mean,
Because
another.
it's a lot, right? People come here for lots of different health reasons as well too. Some people have cancer, some people have, all kinds of things going on, so, or for their own, well-being, so they may not be able
So
as well to support other people.
I think the best thing for me to do is just to embrace this and
Yeah.
just keep it on my face, and I don't talk to anyone, and I just walk away. If I feel that I don't feel comfortable, walk away.
Yeah.
And don't talk to anyone, and that's the plan, right? Can we just agree that I'm just gonna just keep my mouth shut 24/7 and just Renee just walks away? Because like I haven't used your gym, but I want to start running and I want to start using your gym because I've been trapped in my car for a really long time. So I really want to like put my muscle back on because I've lost muscle. So I mean, can I just promise you I'll just be a mute and just like I don't know, like can that just be the best like solution?
How do you feel, do you feel that will work for you? Do you feel that it's kind of like that all or nothing, that would work
Not
for
have
you?
a rec center for really
Yeah.
cheap for $40 a month, or my life get a million times worse of not having a rec center. I'll just embrace this beauty.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, rec center is way better than not having a rec center. So.
Yeah, agreed.
And you guys have really great
Yeah.
toilet paper here. Way better than one in Fuka.
Oh, good to know.
Just saying.
Talking about your membership, Renee, you have a regional annual pass
Yes.
with us. And when we looked up your account today, it actually looked like one of your payments hadn't gone through.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But now that you're talking to us about living in your car and your situation, have you ever heard of the LIFE program before? It's sort of a recreation pass for those who are on a lower income, and it would give you free access to the rec center. So if
But it's like a punch thing, right?
No, it just got changed this year that it's, so where you are applying through, that you know, is your home municipality, say. If it was Oak Bay, we would offer you unlimited drop-in use of our facility, and then you get 52 kind of little punches to use everywhere else. And a few other places like City Victoria and Saanich are under the same model, whereas Esquimalt and like Juan de Fuca or West Shore, they still just have this 52 squares for everywhere. But I was just thinking if that might be an option for you to help you out if your past fees, I mean, I know $40 is a good deal, but $40 is also a lot per month.
Fair. That's a great option. I've thought about. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just keep my past the way it is.
You like the past the way it is? Okay. Do you have an updated credit card?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I've been having people break into my PO box at Canada Post.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's all dealt with. They all know me now. They're all amazing. They all now keep my mail, so when it's after hours, they keep it not locked up, or like keep it in behind. So I have a new credit card. I just have a bunch of fraudulent activity and stuff, and I can give you guys that information.
Great. So
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It was just a great opportunity. We're all here. We can talk about it too. There is an option with the Life program to get a regional pass, like what you have, but just at half price, so that you can still go everywhere, unlimited.
How do I do that?
I think we'll determine how we feel about you returning
Okay.
to the center,
Oh
but then that's
gosh.
something that
Dang
I
it.
think we would be happy to help if we can find some good strategies.
You're gonna make me cry. Thank you. Any help I can get is amazing.
Yeah. So I guess overall, some good strategies of, you know, walking away when something is sort of triggering you. You know, just making sure you're aware of your body language or voice, as some people can interpret that as being intimidating. If anything is happening, report it to staff, which you already are very good at doing, so keep doing that. Staff are here to help. And that if there is an incident, report to staff, but then let the staff take it from there and kind of disengage from the other individual. I think those are the ways to set you up for success.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Do you agree, Sandra?
How does that sound for you?
I mean, thank you for putting up with me. I'll try just to be invisible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think our goal is for you to be invisible. We'd like you to enjoy your time at our facilities and
You're
our
the sweetest.
community, but yeah, just looking to not have any more interactions that, you know.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too, just to, and I can put it in an email too, just so you want to refer back to it, but in terms of the recording device kind of thing, just be really careful, because at this point we don't allow cell phones in the change rooms. We don't allow people to be using them, whether it's for recording, for photos, because it's really hard for someone to tell. Like if I'm recording something, they don't know if I'm recording or if I'm actually videotaping or taking a photo. So that's just an area that can be misinterpreted.
My phone stays in my bag the whole time, and it's my car key.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
In 2022, on November, I had a masked man pull a gun on me at 4 a.m, and I was terrified, and that's the reason why I bought a Tesla. People were breaking into my trunk and tampering with my food, because I store my food in my water there. So I had a 2017 Buick LaCrosse that was almost paid for, that Barb Desjardins in Esquimalt towed it away and scrapped it for $100, even though it was worth $15,000 still. So I'm dealing with that. So this half price membership is probably great for me. And now I'm in a Tesla with security cameras and that I can't afford. So I mean, yeah.
Is that better? Are you finding it better?
Yeah, because I'm saving $450 a month, because leaving my car running for the Buick was costing me $450 on gas. So now I can thank God for beautiful Victoria, I can charge pretty much for free all month, so I'm saving all that money, which just relieves so much stress off my plate. And I have cameras now, and I have security so I can keep my food in the car. I'm not having problems. It's improved my life by so much.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Would you, okay, well, how about, so the phone would stay in your bag, but
Yes,
you
ma'am.
wouldn't use it as a recording device in the change rooms or, right?
No.
Like you wouldn't take it out of your bag.
No, never.
Okay, that sounds good. How about, can I get back to you tomorrow on this? Cause I do just kinda wanna touch base with Steve as well, and give him just the, the update. Camille and I can just chat
Yeah.
with him and say, hey.
I just walked into a shitstorm. I don't know what to do.
Pardon me?
I just walked into a shitstorm. I don't know what to do.
Well, no, but just to give us some time as well, just to think it through, and then if you have any other questions as well, just allow me to chat with Steve as well, and then get back to you.
Of course.
That'll be okay?
Talk to the boss.
Yeah, that'll be good. Anything else that you can think of, Camille?
I was just gonna say, do you have your membership card on you?
Not on me, no.
Not on you, okay. 'Cause then we can, next time we talk, we can maybe look into getting your pass set up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
no
like
problem.
the half price pass? Okay. There's paperwork involved?
Yeah, we would just need you to sign that you're gonna agree to follow all the rules everywhere.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for coming in and
You're
being willing
welcome.
to talk.
Sorry for the stress, and I promise no more stress in the future.
Well, thank you for being so honest. That's a lot to share as well too, right? So I think we try to be healthy. That's what we all want to be, right? So
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
appreciate that.
And stay warm. It's gonna get cold.
I know, I heard.
Yeah.
I know.
Is it hard to find places to park throughout Victoria? Or do you have some,
Vic-
like a couple spots down that you can go to and you feel safe?
Right now, Victoria doesn't know what to do with me
Okay.
because they've pretty much done everything to me. Like I've already been in Pez for 4 days, like the loony bin, because I reported Victoria Squamble Division on me being attacked, and the officer was just crying and tried to take me to the hospital. And I was dealing with Vic General because at the time Coca-Cola was trying to issue unsafe work practices, and I was documenting everything. I was just slowing down. They were building skids like taller than me, waving, so I couldn't go to customers. They were putting too much work on me, but I did everything possible. They had me not as a driver 3 out of the 5 days of the week. They had me working as a merchandiser, making $10 an hour less 3 days a week, just to try to push me out the door. But I worked all the shifts, did everything, so they had to pay me overtime on Saturdays. They shorted me 52 hours. All the reasons why I was wrongfully terminated, and they had to pay me out. So, oh god, it's ADHD.
I was asking you just about places to park.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
places- so-
safe, right?
So they locked me up in Pez, and they realized that there was nothing wrong with my mental health, and they did the field sobriety test. I've been arrested, let go, people complaining. So now I can practically park anywhere now, and I don't get a ticket because Victoria parking enforcement is probably the nicest on the planet. And every time I see them, I'm like, I love you, thank you so much, guys. Like, every time I see them, they're so nice. And I had paid about $350 this year in tickets, and for like a month or two now, I haven't had any ticket. I've been parking pretty much in places I shouldn't be parking. But I have to like park on the street in like busy areas for my safety. But thank God for amazing people with like beautiful hearts, because I'd be screwed.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm hoping Steve is back tomorrow in the office.
Please, Steve, let me
As
stay.
soon as he's back, I'll chat with him, or we'll chat with him together, and we'll get back to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Shoot me an email.
We'll do so.
Thanks.
Okay?
Nice meeting you.
You too.
Oh gosh. Take it easy, heavy fish.